All right, all right, all right. Good morning, YouTube. What it is, what it is, what it is. It's your boy, the Moose. Well, check it out. I got the cam on. We're going to cam today. Yeah, we're going to talk about crates. I think it's viable because a lot of DJs don't have one of these crates that I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to go through all my crates, but I'm going to do it over some couple videos because it's going to take a couple hours, and I don't think I want to spend a couple hours on each crate. But I want to take some time on a couple crates that I got. Um, but there's a couple crates that I'm going to slam bam thank you man because they're so non-essential. Um, I don't get a lot of the smaller crates that I have. I don't get a lot of gigs with the music, but I have the music because it's there. There are some crates that are empty, but the genre is there, kind of thing. And the only reason the crate's there is because when I need fit to fill it, I'll be able to put the music into the crate. Okay, so without further ado, we are going to do the crate by crates. Um, like I said, I have a bunch of crates. Um, I think a total of 52 crates of music. They're all in genres. So, and then when I get a gig, I pick through the genres and pick the music out um, that I feel fit. If the customer doesn't want that, then I get what I need to get off of MP3 Million, um, which is a source that I go to. Besides going to my BPM Supreme, BPM Supreme Regular, and BPM Supreme Latino. Like I said, MP3 Million is a source that I go through to get my music to generate. If like I said, if a customer asks for something late in the game, I do pay for the tracks at MP3 Million. Check it out. I'll leave a link below. Tell me what you think about MP3 Million. I have read the stats and all that stuff. Like I said, different companies have gotten taken off because of different groups. And the first thing I went to is I went to that to see if that group is in there, and the group is in there. And Napster is what I'm talking about, and the big Metallica issue. Um, if you're not a big fan of Metallica, so you really don't know, but if you're not a big fan of Napster or you know Napster, Napster was a freebie, trade me kind of thing, and it got shut down. So it got shut down because it was doing illegal stuff. Um, so without further ado, let's get on into this. Check it out. All right, so um, here's my list of genres. As you can see, it goes over the board. It goes from this these two, which change. They don't stay the same. These two ones right here, I usually date the gig. I try to keep them actually, and I change them by adding them. But how I do it is I got all my music in its specific genres, all the way down to videos, and we'll go over them. So this is how I do it. This is how a gig looks like to me when I gig out. Let's click on the continuing artist, put it in a specific place, and as you can see, it goes all over the place. It goes from hip hop, it goes from reggaeton, it goes into bandai, it goes into pop, it goes into booty. I call this booty dance right here. Miss New Booty, Bubble Sparks. I'm going to tell you about that in a second. And then it goes down to Daddy Yankee, which is reggaeton. And then it goes into Texas Dirt Country. And then it goes all over. I mean, it goes into Kanye West, Gold Digger. Now, I went off some of these songs and I created my own list of songs. I pretty much played. I played a lot of Meek Miller. Notorious B.I.G. was in the list. OV7 was in there. And Uzana. Now, usually what happens when the client wants the music, they give me a group. I guess they don't understand what I'm asking them when they want music. I need to be more precise. But usually what happens is they ask me for a group, and this is what they give me. They give me the name of the group, or the band, or whatever. And I have to pick what they want. Like, they asked me for Paul Wall. The only song that Paul Wall has that I really like, that I think they would wanted, was Grill or Girls, or Girl. I really like the word, the song Girl, because it really puts it in place. So I used that song, and it really popped. And then Pedro Campo, which is cumbia. I want to put it in a cumbia. And then Salt and Pepper, because they wanted Salt and Pepper. And Selena, which is cumbia. And then a little bit of Snoop Dogg. And then Tracy Chapman, they wanted Tracy Chapman. And they wanted Usher. And they want Vicente Fernandez. Now, when I get this and they want this stuff, especially Vicente, I had to dig deep because they didn't say what they wanted. And like I said, when they ask for certain groups, I just order a lot of music, and that's why I like going to MP3 Million, because I can order a whole album of a group and pretty much nail it. Now this one in particular was pretty good too. This was New Year's Eve. Now, as you can see, this is just the basis of what I run on. I don't go down the list and just run down it. This gives me an idea of what I can play. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of doubles in this because I already had it, and I didn't know I had it. But I went to bpmlatino.com and I ordered a lot of this music. So this music came from BPM. Now this all right here is specialty, which they didn't care. They jammed out. I'm going to tell you, man, I wish I would have filmed the New Year's Eve party. And then we had Bass and Garage. Now Bass and Garage, there's not much, because like I said, I don't focus on these groups because I get less of this than anything. I haven't had one yet. And these come from Crossfader Meter Pack. But as you can see, they're different groups. Okay, so that genre, to me, I keep it. I don't use it. Now, this genre, I used October 27th. And as you can see, I got an MP3 file, and I got a CD audio track. I got an MP3 file. I don't have much of it. A lot of this come from a CD. I have 3 more CDs that I got to put in here on the blues situation. But as you can see, they're all Otis Redding. And I have a lot of Louis Armstrong and a lot of that other stuff. But I have to add it. Now, this is an item that I put in here. What I did was I added this crate, the bridal march crate. And as you can see, this is Mendelssohn's wedding march. That's traditional wedding march, the very traditional. I think it was recorded in the 1800s. Yeah, so I got it off its own. I got it off its own. You can actually go to the Mendelssohn wedding traditional wedding march.com, and you can actually download the copy free of charge. Now this one, I only have a couple because I'm working on it. Like I said, all the music. Now this song right here in particular is very important to me because this was my very first video that I had to shoot. I did a video, and this is the song that I used in that video. Unfortunately, YouTube wouldn't let me play it, so I had to play a different song. But Hallelujah by Kurt Nelson. Very good song. Hillsong's actually. Hillsong is very, very, very good music. If you ever end up getting a Christian background of music, try looking them up. You're gonna look them up. You're gonna look Mary Mary up. You're gonna look Kurt Franklin up. You're gonna look. There's lots of very good artists to look up when you're talking about the Christian genre. Now, classic. There's nothing there. It's blank. No, it's okay. I got it blank for a reason because this classic, I'm gonna get it's Beethoven, a lot of Beethoven and a lot of Mozart, a lot of yes. So that's what's gonna go in here. But I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna order some. I'm gonna actually go get some CDs, I think. And then here, this genre is packed. And let's go ahead and contributed artists so it straightens it out. Give it some minute here. I'm gonna slam it. I'm not gonna go through it and talk about it. But there's a lot of genres in here. I mean, a lot of music. There's 2 kinds of music here. There's country, and then there's Texas country. Okay, and then there's Western. Western's in here too. I put country Western all together. As you can see, there's a lot of Boxcar Willie. Now, when you go and you get an older generation country man or country woman, anybody past 50 years old, I would guarantee that they're going to want to listen to old music. So my suggestion to you is to dig deep down into it. Now, like I said, I got these from MP3 Million. So Boxcar Willie is a must-have in your genre. Brett Young, need to have some Brett Young. Brooks and Dunn, you need to make sure you get Brooks and Dunn, especially these two songs right here. Boot Scoot Boogie and Neon Moon. They're very good music. Now these two songs are the most popular by Brooks and Dunn. You need to make sure you get those in your genre. Carly and Pacer and Lee Brice. It's a good song too. Carrie Underwood. You need to make sure you put her in there. Now, when you've asked to do dirt country, you're going to be asked. If you're in Texas, this is one of the genres that you're going to be probably asked to do more so than any. It was asked for me in July 13th, and ever since then, this has been standard for me. When they ask for dirt country, you're going to get Casey Donahue Band. You're going to make sure you get it. I got 3-4 albums of them. Casey Pope, Kylie Hammock, Charlie Daniels. Now there's two. I want to go through this and make sure you got this right. Charlie Daniels did his own, and he also has Charlie Daniels Band. So make sure that when you get the songs, they come from the two different ones, because when you do the Charlie Daniels, you're going to get a good long little doggy, Back in the Saddle Again, John Henry, and Yippee-Ki-Yay. When you do the Charlie Daniels Band, that's when you're going to get into The Devil Went Down to Georgia. So that's just a thing. Chase Rice, Eyes on You. That's a good song. Chris Jansen, Chris Stapleton, good singer. I got these two songs. Tennessee Whiskey is very popular by him. I got this Cody Johnson. Okay, now Cody Johnson is Texas Dirt. Now we're going to get into it, because here it is, Conway Twitty. As you can see, I got Conway Twitty's 50. And then you have Dalton Domino, and then you have Dan and Shay. This Tequila and Speechless. They're really good songs for that band. Those are songs recommended. Now I have Old Dolly, and this Dolly is 1980s. This is off for 1980s. 1980s. Make sure that when you get a lot of this music that is requested, that you go in and you get the older music, especially when you're dealing with country, because they're not going to want to hear the newer stuff. They're going to want to hear the older stuff, because a lot of these people that are requesting country are older people. So just remember that. Oh, and I got Jolene, and I got Dalen Schneider, and then Texas Dirt Country again, and then more Texas Dirt Country, and then I got Eric Church, Like a Wrecking Ball, which is a good song, recommended. Faith Hill Breathe, definitely recommended. Fillmore, Slower, is recommended. Florida Georgia Line. I don't get a lot of that request, but this Blessing song is really good by them. Garth Brooks, the ultimate song. This is a must-have in your
country music. Friends in Low Places. Make sure you get that and put that in there because this song is going to be requested. George Strait, 50 number ones. All right. Oh, did I go? Let me go back up here. I want to say something real quick. I forgot to mention this song here. This song here is not only in English, I have it in Spanish. This song here has made it into Spanish country by Billy Ray Cyrus, Achy Breaky Heart. Make sure you have Achy Breaky Heart in your repertoire because you're going to need it. When you're doing country, this is stuff that you're going to need. This is why I'm going over a lot of it because I want you to know what to get and who to get. Because certain people are going to be requesting more than anything. George Strait, I got 50 number ones. There's 25 of them. I didn't get the other album. I'm going to get the other album though, because there's more songs in here than anything that Cross My Heart, Baby Blue, Ace in the Hole, these all songs right here are just you play these songs here, and I guarantee you that you're gonna have a good gig. Now we get into the man of the day, Hank Williams. These two top songs right here are definitely one of the two songs. These two songs right here are a must-have in your country. When you're asked to get Texas Western country or Western music, you get these two songs and you got it made. Honky Tonkin' and I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. You put those two songs on and I guarantee you're going to have you a Texas two-step. Hank Williams. This is Hank Williams. Do not be fooled because there are three of them. There's Hank Williams Jr., and Hank Williams III. Now, I don't know why I got him here, but he should be in his genre, but I'm going to keep him here. It's per sakes. The Grand Ole Opry and So Grand. Now, he is considered rockabilly, but we're going to leave him right here. He deserves to be right here with his grandfather and his father. And then I have this, my name is Boopishit. I forget, I can't really pronounce that. Bopishit or whatever it is. This is a very popular song. It's spelled Bocepphus. Forgive me on my pronunciation, but you need to get this song by Hank Williams Jr. It's very popular. And then More Heart Than Mine by Ingrid Andress. Jake Owen. Not too much request for him, but this Down to the Honky Tonk. There's another one that's old school, and then keeping in the same town, and then we back by Jason Adlin, and then John Denver. This song, Take Me Home Country Road, you need to have in your repertoire. I guarantee you need to have it in your genre. Okay, and then we get into the cash, man. I have a couple. I have I Walk the Line, and then I have Got Rhythm. Now, Got Rhythm is more like a rock and roll, but I put him in here country because he's country. And then John Padre, Night Shift, out to know that. Jordan Davis, which slow dance in the parking lot. And then take it from me. These two songs you need to get from this guy. He can drop it off. And then here's Josh Abbott Band, Texas Dirt Country. And you got Josh Ward, Texas Dirt Country. Casey Muscang's Follow Your Arrow. This is a good song to have. You must have the song. Kane Brown, Good As You Are. This is a good song from him. Miss Me More by Kelsey Brown. Have that one too. Kenny Chesney, Tip of My Tongue. Have this one definitely. And then the man, R.I.P. Rest in peace. Kenny Rogers. Must have The Gambler in there. And then She Believes in Me. This song right here will get your song singing. The Gambler too. These two songs are made for dinner music. If you're going to put a country dinner together, you put these two songs in there because they'll get them singing. And then Kip Moore, Come Home With You. And then I Hope You Can Dance by Leo Womack. And then Lee Bryce, Rumor. And then Little Big Town, Over Drinking. And then this song right here. If you're from Texas or you're from anywhere and they ask for Texas country, make sure you put Little Tex in there and get that God Bless Texas. Hey Loretta, these songs right here. Now this, oh Miss Loretta Lynn. You must have Miss Loretta Lynn in your repertoire because you're going to get a couple. And this song right here is probably going to be the biggest one. Coal Miner's Daughter. This one and probably this one. This one's popular. Your Spa is on a Warpath. This is a pretty good song if you ever heard it. And then Fifth City. Fifth City's good too. And then Y'all Come. That's the end of it. Knocking Boots by Luke Bryan and Texas Country. And then Luke Combs, Texas Country. Matt and Tay, Everywhere I'm Going, Texas Country. Matter and More, Must Have, Matter and Morris, Must Have, All of My Favorite People, Girl, Martha McBride, Concrete Angel, Must Have. Like I said, this is Mason Ramsey, Must Have. Michael Ray, Must Have. Morgan Evans, Day Drunk, must have that song. Morgan Wallen, Whiskey Glasses, must have. Make It Sweet, Old Dominion, must have. Okay, now to more Texas Dirt Country. Pat Green, Texas Dirt Country, must have all this stuff. Patsy Cline, Walking After Midnight, must have the song, but must have Patsy anyway. Patsy Cline is a little history behind Patsy Cline. She helped Loretta Lynn out at the beginning. They became friends. As you know, just a little history. Loretta Lynn went to the Grand Ole Opry early and won out early, very much quickly. And then Randy Rogers Band. This Randy Rogers Band is Texas Dirt Country, but you need to get this Homemade Tamales. The name of the name of the group, the name of the album. Homemade Tamales is the one you're looking for because this is really good band. This is really good. And of course, when they ask for old school, you're going to get into some Randy Travis. Make sure you have Randy Travis. This song right here, definitely. Pennies from Heaven. It's a good song. So anyway, all right. And then we're going to get into Rascal Flatts. This song right here is one of the golden, this is my very, 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 very first wedding. Bless Broken Road. I love this song. God Gave Me You. And this is a very good song. If you ever heard it, you need to hear it. But you need to make sure it's in your music, country music. Reckless Kelly, another Texas dirt country. And this one's the Sugar Hill. The Sugar Hill, best of the Sugar Hill years. Reckless Kelly, I got a lot of Reckless Kelly. Riley Green. Riley Green is pretty good. I Wish Grandpa Never Died. It's the best song that you can ever get from him. Robert Earl Green. Fresh Farm Onions and Happy Prisoner, the Bluegrass Session. This is bluegrass, Texas bluegrass. This is all bluegrass music. When you get Robert Earl Green, you're getting bluegrass. Runaway June by Head Over Heels. Head Over Heels by Runaway June. Kinfolks by Sam Hunt. Make sure you put some Sam Hunt in there. Scotty McCreery and Scotty McCreery. This is Between Us. This is it. And then right here, you must have the song Stalin, Midnight Train. It's called Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. Definitely, they'd like to hear that. This is a good dinner song to sing. I put this in dinner. If you're going to play dinner, play this song. This song ain't a good dance song, but it's a good sing-along song during dinner. So if they ever request country, put this in a country dinner plate. You definitely need to. Tammy Wynette. Stand By Your Man. I Don't Want to Play House. The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, the band. Get this song too. Okay, now see, this is what I'm telling you. The difference between Charlie Daniels and the Charlie Daniels band. The Devil Went Down to Georgia, and this ain't no rag. It's a flag. Get 'em, both of them, definitely, because this song right here, I guarantee you play this song, and you're gonna get them country boys dancing. They're gonna two-step to this. Charlie Daniels is two-step music. Old Country Soul by the Rockless. Look What God Gave Her by Thomas Wright. And This Old Truck by Thomas Wright. Tim McGraw. Now, I don't have it in here. Oh, yeah, I do. It's I always get them mixed up. I get Tim McGraw and Taste Bird wrong, mixed up. But anyway, when you get Tim McGraw, you need to get Living Like You Were Dying and It's Your Love. Okay, and then you're going to get into Toby Keith. Toby Keith is dirt country. That's country, bro. And then This Cup. Red Solo Cup. Get this song. Please get it. Because a lot of people like to hear this song. And then Tracy Bird, The Watermelon Crawl. Get it. And keep it. Intertwine with it. This song right here, if you can't get anybody to dance, you put this song on, and I guarantee you there'll be watermelon crawling. They'll be dancing. They'll be two-stepping. This is a two-step song. You get them to two-step, and you got it made. Texas Turnabouts. They're all good. All their albums. I think I got 4 albums by them. All of it's good. This is Texas dirt country. Wade Brown, Texas dirt country. Waylon Jennings, must have Waylon Jennings. And if you're familiar, Waylon Jennings was It's Just a Good Old Boys. Don't mean her no harm. Got trouble with the law since the day they were born. They sang the Dukes of Hazzard. If you're familiar with the Dukes of Hazzard, anybody familiar with that? That's who sang it. But this has got Willie Nelson, old Dirty Willie, with him. He's singing with Dirty Willie. They're doing duets. Must have this whole album. It's called the Outlaw Reunion. You must have this album. Whiskey Myers, Texas Dirt Country. This Early Morning Shakes is pretty good by them. Must have it. Firewater is pretty good, and so is Mud. And so is they're all real good, actually. This is all Texas Dirt Country, so when they ask for Texas Dirt Country, you get these bands and you're going to be made. Okay, so now we got William Clark Green. William Clark Green, Misunderstood. And then you have one off of Rose Queen. She likes the Beatles. Get this in your, get this one in there too. Must have that song. And this next one, must have it too. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain by Willie Nelson. And then you have Mustang Sally by Wilson Pickett. And then you have Chicken Fried by Zac Brown Band, which is Texas country.
Okay. So I only got into ABC. Well, I do the next couple in the next video. It's a pro tip. Pro tip. Must say this. If you're doing anything when you're dealing with the genre of country, you need to be very specific about what they want to listen to. You need to pick the brain. I guess any genre that you do, you need to pick the brain. You need to pick it hard. You need to ask them, is it who do you like? Because anytime that you get, I had one, I think it was 2 years ago, it was in December, and they told me they wanted country music, and that's all they wanted, and that's all they told me. At the time, I didn't have all the stuff that I have now, all the different files and stuff. I didn't have the song selection page. I didn't have the different contracts. I didn't have none of that actually when I first started. The contract came into play last December actually. The contract came into play because of not last December, but the December before last. I did a wedding in 2019, and I needed a contract because I told the person I was going to get one. But how that worked is they paid a deposit, And I wanted that to be under contract because I didn't want them to think that I was going to take the deposit and not show up. And I did send them emails periodically to kind of get an understanding of what they wanted. And this is where rockabilly came into play. Now, I'm going to tell you this what happened on this gig. There was a lot of music that was asked for that I didn't get into because what ended up happening was a transfer. And what I mean by that is this um, they weren't there. They were there for their dance, and that was it, pretty much. They didn't dance. They didn't dance. They were out taking pictures and doing all that. They did that more than anything. The guests was I had to take care of. And I would say this. At the beginning, I was kind of scared. And I'm going to tell you why. Because at the beginning, I had to do something that no DJ would ever want to do. And that is appease to the crowd to get them to dance. And I'm going to tell you the song that I used to break the ice. It wasn't no line dance. That one have worked. Because guess what? The people that were there had kids. And the kids were under 10. And there was more than 10 of them. There was about 26 kids at the gig. Now, and they're under 10 years old. And they were restless. And the mother came up to me. I played one song and it did not do anything. A mother came up to me and asked me, could you do me a favor? Could you play something kids can dance to? Immediately, listen to me, DJs. I shifted that wedding and turned it into a party. Because guess what? That's it. That was all she wrote. I didn't have nothing. It all went out the window. And I had she told me to get a timeline set up. So I made a timeline and I got it to her. And she said, okay, well, we're going to keep the timeline. Timeline went out the window, man. This is Texas. You can have a timeline, and I'm going to tell you another one in a second that had a timeline that failed miserably. I had that timeline, and it went out the window. We didn't do no cake cutting. We didn't do none of that, actually. Oh, I take that back. They did do cake cutting, that was it. But they went along with the music that was playing already. They just went over and cut the cake. They didn't want no announcements. They told me no announcements. Forget the timeline. Too many people are having fun. Stop. Don't do nothing. Just don't change. 4 hours, I slammed the party. And at that time, I had the Epson 4-quad. I didn't have my equipment that I have today. This is 2 years ago. It's 2018 summer. July 2018, 13. So, you can have the equipment and you can have all the stuff. But if you don't have the proper music, Baby Shark, man, I pulled that off, man. I slammed Baby Shark. Let me tell you. After that, it was song after song after song, and I had them people dancing. And guess what happened? I slowly transitioned into dancing songs, and they were still dancing. And I did something stupid. Um, I was at that wedding, and I had everybody dancing. And this old guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, look, there's a lot of us old people that want to dance too. What about Elvis Presley?" Elvis Presley wasn't happening right then. I don't know what you do in your gig if somebody comes up and requests something that's going to change the altar of the party. But if I'm having 95% of the people dance to have one person dance, I did do some texture two-step. And it did get everybody on the floor. But I didn't go into Elvis Presley. Because the Elvis Presley song that he wanted would have turned the attentions off of the gig altogether. Okay, so then I did the sweat. It was last year. It was a horror. I just came back from Disney. I just got my new equipment, so I didn't know how to use none of it. I had it all set up. When I bought the speakers, I thought they were Bluetooth. I thought they were Bluetooth ones, and they weren't. So I had a device, and instead of doing what I thought I should have did, I didn't do it that way. Instead of programming it and keeping the vibe up there where it was, I went down there, down in the hole, and I shouldn't have done it. I should have stayed up there. You see how they did it was this, and this is where it all sucked. The venue was a garden, but it's not flat. They had these stairs going up to the top. And on the top, they had the gazebo and they had all that stuff. But where they had me was in this little hole. And I had one speaker. I did do that right. I did have one speaker up there because I didn't need to have two. What I should have did was kept that speaker up there and did cocktail hour up there. Instead, I did cocktail hour down there, and it was just a horror. Nothing went right. Nothing went right. It just fell apart. And on top of it, I had an event coordinator that critiqued everything that I did. And that made it even worse. Having an event coordinator at your gig just sucked booty. You're not dealing with the bride and groom, you're dealing with a third party. And they're critiquing because they want to keep their job. They want to have a good review. So I don't like dealing with the pro tip. I don't like dealing with the event coordinators because they just bite booty holes. Okay, so that's being said, I've got a lot in there. I got a lot more coming. Subscribe to my channel. Ring my bell, ring my bell, ring my bell if you want to get more. If you want to get more notifications about what I got next, because what I got next is round 2 of the genres. Yeah, you're gonna love the next couple. I'm gonna do probably maybe 4 or 5 of them because I got a lot of genre. I'm gonna do 5 of them because I got some in-depth, more genres to go through. I got a lot of music, and then If you like what you hear, go ahead and hit the like. And if you didn't like, go ahead and tell me why you don't like it. If you don't like my sassy voice, well, that's okay. And if I'm ugly, go ahead and don't like it. I don't care. Anyway, I really don't. But just leave a comment below why I don't like it. With all that being said, if you don't know, now you know. No one's half the battle. Peace.